Hello, today is the 29th of November of 2023 and this is Poi Poi 2. I'm making this specifically for Tyler, even though anyone else is welcome to watch it, it doesn't really matter, but I made this for Tyler specifically because I've mentioned this game in the past, and so I thought it would be neat just to show you what it's like, because this is a game that I feel like went completely under the radar. I think it's really good. It's weird, and I just think it's a type of game that people have never heard of, but I played as a kid and I really liked it. And the best way I can describe this game is that it's sort of like a futuristic sport, and that sport entails being in an arena with a bunch of other people and chucking stuff at each other. So yeah, and just chucking like rocks and missiles and stuff at each other with magic powers. So I will go through how to play this game, and I will explain what makes it different from the first game. Which the first game I got basically, so the first game I got one Christmas. I think it was maybe 1998 or something, and then I might be wrong there. I think it was 1998, and then I got Poi Poi 2 for my birthday of the following year. So it was like quite a good few months in between. Like not quite a year between Poi Poi and Poi Poi 2. So I do think this game is just generally better all round. So I'll go through the different modes here. So party play is just sort of, just like a one-off, just have a round, just have a bit of fun, mess around. Poi Poi Cup is the main sort of what would be called like a campaign, where you is that you go through tournaments and you get money and you unlock things, and I will be going to do that. Team Battle is just like a 2v2 game, again like party play, except it's 2v2. You have explanations, the tutorial, and then you've got some options. So like how many rounds, music settings, like how well just stuff like this. And as you can see, it's a 4-player game as well. So if you've got a PS1 multi-tap, you can do that. But I'm going to explain the general way this game plays. So you've got up to 4 players, and here you have a selection of characters. There's 16 characters in the game total, but you only start with 15. There's one like secret that you have to unlock through the Poi Poi Cup. I'm just going to play as Harry here. You can see their stats at the bottom. So H is like health, P is psycho power, and S is speed. There's also some other variant, like there's some other variants that I'll go into there. Like some of them have different like strengths. Well, you can't really see it right now, where certain characters can pick up things faster or with greater ease. And also with the different gloves, they've got different like. I'll go through that in a moment. But one thing that this game definitely has better over the first game is that the first game the characters were not balanced. So you'd have like Harry here. Whereas, say, where is he? Cool was just better than Harry. Just some stats were the same, other stats Cool just had higher. So not all stats were created equal. And so there was really like no point in playing as some of the characters. But this game, there was definitely certain, like Arnold. I do think Arnold's like one of the best that I like to play as. And Apache. I do think Apache's one of the best as well. But I don't bother playing as like Deco, or there's another one, Joey, where he is there. I wouldn't bother playing as Joey, but still, there's still like trade-offs between them. The desync is going to be pretty bad in this video, I feel. But I'm just going to play as Harry. So you start off by well, first of all, you choose level. So you start with 5 levels. You could unlock 5 more through the Poi Poi Cup, but I'll go through that later. I'm just going to pick the grass level. And here you have the different gloves that you can pick from. So these are all different like powers that you can use in the game. And so what this game doesn't tell you straight up, and what is different from the first game, is that with this game, different characters have different compatibility rates with each glove. So every character has one glove that they specialize in. So, for example, as you can see, for these characters, computer characters always pick the glove that they specialize in, and for every other glove, there's some like variance to it. So it could be the compatibility or synchronization rate, as it's called, for their specialized one is definitely 100% all the time, and for any others, it could be anywhere from between like 2 to 99 or even 100 in some cases. But Harry's is Chase. So I'm just going to go with Chase for Harry. And so now you're going to see how this game is played, like the general gist of how it's played. Yeah, so as you can see, there's our health at the bottom, and we have to go around, chuck stuff at each other, and you might think the aim is to be the last one standing, and that is kind of the point, but the main goal is to get as many points as you can, and it works on a 3-round basis. So after each round you'll get 3 sets of points for different things, and then at the end of it, it'll add up the points, and whoever's got the highest wins the game. So there's 3 ways to get points. The most obvious way is the order of survival. So whoever... Oh God, I'm trapped inside these stars. So there's the order of survival, so DD there is the last one out, so he's going to get the fewest round points. There's also direct hit points, so you get points for each hit that you do. And then there's luck points, where you get 2 points for each of the... See those white glowy stars? Those hearts at the top there? They give you 2 points each. Also, the particular quirk of this game is you can get points for hitting dead bodies. So I'm going to get points for those. Right. Now, underneath our characters there, hold on, let's go through this first. So, I won the first round. So, there we go, direct hit points. I scored loads more than they did. Luck points for the hearts. And round points for the order of survival. And then you do that for 3 rounds. And at the end of it, whoever's left, whoever's got the highest points wins. So as for what you're actually seeing on screen here is... Oh dear. So Yama just throwing a storm at the floor there. So if I do... Oh, please don't break the recording. Oh dear. Right. Yeah, so underneath those numbers represent our health. And the green bar underneath is your Psycho Power, which is basically your glove. And that's like the ability that you chose at the start. And if you press R1 when you're holding an item, well, most objects, not all of them, you'll use your power. So as you can see, my chase ability there, it turns it into it turns the item into those weird yellow things, and they hunt down each of the opponents. But there's also some like little maneuvers you can do. So say like DD's throwing the missile there. If you can crouch while there's an explosion going off, you'll survive the hit. But of course, the danger with holding the missiles is that if you're holding it and someone hits you, you'll drop it and you'll get hurt from the explosion, as you can see just there. And there's also like little items you can pick up, like power-ups that come from those. As you can see, there's like a crate over there to my right, and there's DD teleporting right to me. Oh. Well, I did have the most hits there. Well, no, I got the most direct hits, but I didn't win the round. Yeah, so I am going to win this. Yeah, so see like Harry here can pick up the little rocks, like they're easy, I could just pick them up in one go, but these big ones, as you can see, it takes him a little time to pick it up. And if you can see the like these boxes here, they supply items, so like those lucky hearts. I think that's because they like give you luck points. But like those black balls are bombs, red hearts heal, as you could probably guess. But you've also got there's the blue hearts, which put you in like a sadness state, I guess. And these green yellowy flashing ones refills your psycho power. Yeah, so Harry, like, I do like, Chase is a decent ability. So, a few things that this game, I think, has over Poi Poi 1. There's more variety in the levels, and there's more variety in the characters, and there's more variety in the levels, there's more variety in the gloves as well. I'm just throwing out my chases at there, so there's only DD left now. Oh, time up. And he has the most health at the end, so he wins the round points. Or the most round points. As you can see, I'm always getting the most direct hit points. And I win. Alright. I don't know if rematch allows you to reset the character, so I'm just going to go to quit and go back in again. So I'm going to do another round on party play. But this time I'm going to play as... Cool. And I'm going to choose his specialised glove. Actually, we're going to go to Moai. The ice... Oh, I could go to the ice level. Yeah, I'll show you the ice level. So, we'll just talk about these gloves for a second. So, like I said, every character has a glove that's like special to them. So, with Cool, it's Crush. But a few things I'd like to point out is that for every character there is a glove that corresponds to them, but not for every glove is there a character that corresponds to them. Because what happened is they've carried over all the gloves from Poi Poi 1, but not all the characters. So say like the second character there, Cutie, she's new from Poi Poi 2, so she was in Poi Poi 1. But these, say like Seeker, the character who specialises in the Seeker glove isn't in this game. So the Seeker glove is still here, but the character isn't. So like Seeker, and there's a few others. What else is there? Poison. Shout, Hunter, Thunder. Yeah, so those characters... Oh, and Bomb as well. Yeah. So, no character really... There's a few that, like, no character specialises in, but... Yeah, no. Also, there's... One of the things you can do like, in the Poi Poi Cup, and I will show this... I mean, I'm not going to really be able to show you it much, but... I'll just talk about it now. There are actually 3 different tiers of glove you can get. So, you start with all the blue ones... And then there's the pink ones, which are like the tier 2, like the tier above. And then there's the red ones, which are the special ones at the top. And the pink ones are direct upgrades of the blue ones. So for example, Crush here, eventually in the Poi Poi Cup when I can afford it, and I've leveled it up because you have to actually use the glove to be able to like have access to upgrading it. It will get the pink variation of it, which is Acid Rain. So it's like a more... Like the second tier is sort of more advanced. But sometimes they like change quite a bit. Like they're not... It's not just the same but more powerful. Is it frozen again? Okay. No, this level is chaotic. See, Cool can pick up the big rocks just instantly. See, I'm against Harry now. He's using Chase. So, look, this is Crush. Boom. It sort of like explodes in the air and makes a bit of a It just sort of rains down those little, like, things, whatever they are. Yeah, and poison uses hail. It sort of makes like a... I don't know how to describe. She just flings it forward and makes like a hit, like a totally missed aim that. I'm not playing too well here, but the ice. I mean, the thing. I haven't played this game for a long time, and I'm out. So I'll probably play. I'll play like one more round of this, and then I'll quit, and then I'll go into the Poi Poi Cup. Right, yeah. So I'm losing quite badly here. Oh. Da da da. Yeah, so Poi Poi 1 does have a nice level in it, but it's very, the physics, the ice physics are a bit more forgiving. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah. So, Cutie's using her ice, because Cutie uses her ice ability, so I'm frozen. I'm frozen in ice because of Cutie's ice ability. Funny thing is that there's a fire glove as well, which obviously sets you on fire, and being on fire does hurt you over time, as you'd expect, and you can catch other people on fire. You can set other people on fire by like touching them whilst you're on fire. And funnily enough, I don't think that the fire cancels out the ice. I think they sort of like you're frozen and on fire at the same time. Oh, I don't think I mentioned the red ball there sort of makes you run like hyper fast, but it means you can't stop running. See, I can get these. Oh, I got the blue ball, but I can still get the hearts. Right, can I finish her off with a crush? Oh, no, but she got me.
Game, set, and match!
Yeah, so I'm just going to quit out of this now. I'm going to go into...
Ready, go!
I'm going to go into sort of like the crux, is that the right word? I don't know. Like the central point of this game. So the Poi Poi Cup. So this is like your single player campaign, as it were, which you use for the sake of unlocking things. So basically, whichever character you start with, every character shares progress, so that you don't have to like switch between everything. But I'm gonna play as Apache. Is probably my favorite character in this game. She has the fire glove, so you enter the Poi Poi Cup, and once it's loaded, I will show you. Man, I really do hope the audio is working fine. Da, 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 da. Right, so like, here we have like in our menu we have the gloves. So these are the gloves that I have. So like each column represents a different tier of gloves. So it goes blue, pink, red. And so we have some shops here.
Welcome to the glove shop. This is our catalog.
Yeah. And so you can buy these like the blue gloves. So these are the starting ones that you can buy, and you sort of like collect them. You start off with, is it $3 million? Yeah. Yeah, I do know the numbers are very high in this game. So Angel, Storm, Psycho Whip. I have actually thought Hold on. Hammer, yes. I have actually in the past decided to play as Bull because he starts with Hammer, which is the most expensive one. But you can, for example, so say if I choose Bomb, right? She'll test
I
my...
will now measure your synchronization rate with this glove.
Yeah, so she'll measure my synchronization rate, which is basically how good this
Your
character is.
synchronization rate is 90%.
Yeah. So that's basically how
Very
good...
compatible indeed.
That's basically how good this character is with using that glove.
Is there anything else? Thank you very much.
Right. Uh-huh. So there, as you can see, so the gloves there. So like U is like usage. So that's sort of like it's sort of like experience for the glove. So when you use a glove, you build up U. I think that's well, number of uses. Yeah. So that builds up like its uses number. SY synchronization rating. So how good that character is percentage wise of using that glove. P here is how much psycho power it requires. And when you've got some like enough uses for them, you can come over here
Welcome.
and you can upgrade
Which glove shall
your glove. So here it has how much it costs, which is too much for me now. So as if I want to upgrade fire,
you don't have enough money?
I don't have enough money.
You don't have enough money.
No, I do not.
You don't have. Is there anything else we can do for you? If you have no business here, then kindly head for the arena.
The thing is, you can sometimes get, there's a guy who sometimes crops up there with like red hair, and I always used to call him the red guy, and he would basically upgrade your gloves without needing the amount of uses. And in this room here, we have a bit more, just a bit more stuff. So you can buy drinks like temporary power-ups. So it doesn't quite describe what they do. I mean, very expensive drinks from a vending machine. For a bounty drink is going to cost you $10 million. And here we have the owl here. Is it an owl?
I am Omo, a gnome robot.
Well, it's more like a parrot.
I'll give you a disc full of the latest information on Psycho Gloves for free. My
Yeah. Press button. No response. Sometimes you'll get a floppy disk and you can put the floppy disk in. There's like a machine out there. I'll show you in a moment. But here we have a bit of lore that they didn't have the first game. But look, this is the 16-year history of Channel Poi Poi published in 2031. So this is set in the future. And by the future I mean starting from 2013. Because this game was released in the late 90s. So yeah, this is something I've mentioned before, which I think is very, very funny. As you can see, in 2020, there's a hazard of glove production incident. So, extreme animal experimentations. It happened in 2020. I was like, yeah, that's very interesting. 2021, the Poi Poi World Champions disappear. 2029, Poi Poi is officially recognised as an Olympic sport. Okay. So there's a bit of background there. Ooh. So this machine here is how you save your progress, and
Accessing data bank.
you can inspect a disc. So the disc from the parrot, you can put the disc in, and there's like messages, like just some sort of like background story about like professors. Or, I can't remember. I don't think I really paid much attention as a kid. But there's stuff. And it's frozen again. Right.
I'll transit you to the arena.
Yeah. So you've got to progress through. Basically, you got the preliminaries, which are the first 5 stages, and you got the main event, and there are 5 more stages that you can unlock.
Very good. I will now transit you.
I will now transit you. So, yeah. So one thing I didn't mention was how to get the red gloves. And funny thing is that the red gloves are actually they're sort of like illegal. You can't use them. Like, if you get them, you can't use them in the Poi Poi Cup. You can only use them in like party play or team battles.
Channel Poi Poi.
Hooray! Look at the audience.
And now the event all the nation's Poi Poi fans have been waiting for. That biennial big event, the Poi Poi World Cup. And this time we have 16 top competitors from all over the world.
So this character's had a bit of a makeover since the first game. Because in the first game he didn't have a pink afro, he just had blonde hair. And he wasn't as enthusiastic. Well, no, that's not just no. It's not so much that he wasn't as enthusiastic.
Of the A Block Pointers for the first elimination match. First is Apache, conqueror of South America. Followed by Sanpei, the legendary Hand of God. Crazy Deco, Mr. Excitement. And finally, Yamada, the terrible grappler. And the prize for winning this tournament is a big $30 million. Let's hope the players give their all. Let the Poi Poi game begin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you can see there where the characters have selected their gloves. So with Deco there, you can see in pink there's Super Bomb, so obviously that's an upgrade of Bomb. But like for example, Fire upgrades to Hellfire, Knife upgrades to Flash Wall, I think. Yeah, Flash Wall, and Storm to Shocker. But it's not necessarily, like when I say upgrade, it's not necessarily the same but better. So, for example, Fire shoots out like a beam of fire, but Hellfire will shoot out multiple beams of fire. But say, so some of them are just straightforward, like does one thing, then does a one thing, but with like some benefit. But sometimes they just change completely. So, for example, Electro is like shoots out like these electric balls which will paralyze you. But that upgrades to Mind Zap, which is, it still like paralyzes characters, but it does it through making you able to run faster, and then running into them paralyzes them. Yeah, I'm just going to pick Fire. And the red ones there are like the super special illegal ones. And the way that you unlock those, there's a variety of ways to unlock them. Sometimes there's like a character who, there's like a witch, as you can see their Deco set on fire. There's like a witch character that will crop up eventually who will sell you gloves. But sometimes they'll just like appear in levels after they'll appear in levels after like you've sort of accomplished some task. So I know there's one that I don't think there's one that happens in this stage, but I think in the next one there's one that can crop up. And of course, as you can tell, you win money by you can win money by however well you do in the Poi Poi Cup. Get away from me! I don't want to be caught on fire. Well,
Game, set, and match.
so yeah, I played this for a long time, but I never managed to 100% it. It takes a long time. So I'm just going to talk about a few things that make this different from the first game, aside from what I've just already mentioned. like I was talking about the synchronization rates with the different gloves. That's not in the first game. Every character could use every glove equally. I mean, characters still have their own glove. Like the computer character will always use the glove that that character uses. But there's more tiers. Like whereas this game has 3 tiers for the main gloves, and then an extra one after that for the red gloves. In Poi-Poi 1, each glove has 5 tiers. With less variety amongst them. But also the first game is much more straightforward. Like the special gloves in that game, there's only a few of them. And I mean, one of them you get for completing and like defeating the final boss, but most of them you just most of them you just buy. I mean, there's only a few. And there's just fewer variety within the. There's less variety within the, like the range of gloves. So like in this game, like, you know, I've got like a fire effect, and you've seen the ice effect from before. There is actually in the first game, like for example, the characters can be electrocuted in the first game, but there is no glove to electrocute. There's not as much variety in that. Also, it's a lot easier. You've sort of just got to all you've got to do in Poi-Poi 1 is just play through and just, because you don't need to use the gloves so many times to upgrade them. You just need to be able to afford it. So you play through like the Poi-Poi Cup over and over and over again, and eventually like choosing like the best thing that you can, like once you've got it, and just keep redoing that. Whereas with this, it doesn't force some like level of variety that way. I'll just collect these hearts. Ooh. You can change the camera settings. I think the original camera settings aren't that great. Yeah, so you sort of progress through. In this game, it's like, you know, you get like a star ranking for every, like, based on how well you do in a match.
Ooh la la, this is Linda.
And here's Linda, who sort of like goes through the results. But I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother going through that. Yeah. Right. Well, let's use bomb. So you can get a secret glove on this stage. There's I don't know the conditions to make it appear, but there is one of the red gloves that can appear. I say red, the gloves themselves aren't red, it's just how they appear in the menu. Right, see, there's 1010 using Angel. Angel, so like 1010 there. Her first glove is Angel, which showers like health from the sky, and then her second one is Maid, which sort of like attaches itself to a character, and they won't be able to control themselves for a bit. They'll sort of like continue playing, but I think the way it works is that. Oh, thank you for that. 1010, not that I needed any. Full health. What was I saying? Oh, there's the glove. You see there on the left. Yep, there I just picked up the glove. So I don't know the exact event that triggers it, but that's the imitator glove. That's one of the red ones. I think it's Imitator. It allows you to. It's not very good. It's interesting, but it's not very good. It basically it allows you to disguise yourself as one of the items. So it allows you to like disguise yourself as a rock or something, and then if someone goes to pick you up, they get hurt. But yeah, I mean you do get some bizarre ones, especially when you get to like the red gloves. There's some really weird ones. There's one called Trash. I don't know how you get it, but there's one called Trash, and basically all it does is you use it and you just drop. You basically just drop whatever the item is you're holding. But you can. There's like an event where you can upgrade it in the upgrade shop to maracas, which basically you throw it on the floor and it starts like making a beat and everyone starts dancing, and we all lose health as they dance. And the one I think the one glove there's a few gloves I've never able to get that I never really found out about, but the one I think like the ultimate glove in the game. I mean, there's the one for beating the final boss, and that's a very good glove, even though it's a red glove, so it's not legal in Poi Poi Cup. But I think there's one glove that I think you can get it for unlocking all the other gloves, like the ultimate glove's called Pandora, and that one, it basically just stuff randomly. So you use it and you use Pandora, and it'll show like Pandora's box, and then it'll shower the level with bombs, or it might heal everyone, or it might I don't know. It could just kill everyone sometimes. A lot of them, some of them really are impractical, just weird and interesting. But yeah, this is the game I think I don't know. I think it's really good, and it's really obscure. Now that Moai had started just shooting out bombs before we were even ready for it. Ten, what are you doing? She was throwing out hearts right at the start before she got hurt. Oh. And there's Joey's hop. Yeah. Did you see the hurricane there by Arnold? That basically it makes the object sort of like slide along the floor till it hits someone. As you can see, that missile there is just sort of stuck. Right, Joey, get lost. So I wonder if I quit now, will I have the glove? I don't know. I'm not bothered. Anyway, fight money. Yeah. Penalty. And yep, there you go. I don't know what the penalty's for, but you get money. You get money. Let's have a look. Do I keep that glove? Oh yeah, Imitator. Yeah. I can see bomb there. Uses 15. Fire uses 9. So that's how you'll be able to, once you get them, I think you have to get to 100. Once you do it to 100, then you can upgrade it. So yeah, it really does. It's just a weird, quirky, like the first game. The first game, is just like a weird, quirky like thing that they came up with, and they do have like a Poi Poi Cup, and you do progress and upgrade gloves and stuff like that. But it was very, very bare bones. And with this game, I feel like they really nailed it. They just started taking it really seriously, and I don't know, but I really like it. It's just very unknown. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.